Hey folks, making a short video here for those broken neck survivors out there trying to get back into some normal exercise after your doctor's cleared you and you're finally can get rid of this thing once and for all. Couldn't wait to drop this thing, get rid of it, start thinking about how I was going to get back to some normalcy and activity again. I like to ride bikes, and my accident happened when I was riding a mountain bike. Had an accident where I broke C1 and C2, and now I'm fused from C1 through C3. Mountain biking is probably not going to be something I'm going to be doing too much of anymore, but I still want to get on the road. Back before I was injured, I was riding a 2022 Domane SL5 on the road when I was not mountain biking and running. But I love that bike. It's nice and light, fun to ride. But anybody that knows those bikes knows they're just a standard dropper bar. My surgeon and my PT, once I was finished getting through therapy, both said the same thing, that there's no way I'm going to be comfortable riding on a dropper bar bike anymore, just because the way you bend, the C1 through C3 joints that really give you most of your rotation, like I think 50% of your rotation comes from there, and then also your kind of up and down motion is also hindered by having those fused. That riding position is just not a comfortable position to ride in. They recommended going to like a straight bar bike, so I ended up selling the Domane and switched over to the FX Sport 6, which is another awesome bike. I mean, I was thinking, man, I don't want a straight bar bike like that. I just feel like it's gonna be an old person fitness bike or something. No offense to older people that are riding those bikes, but for me, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit slow and whatever. But anyway, that bike is excellent. It's a light bike. I think it might even be a little bit lighter than a Domane, and it come stock with a 15mm riser bars. I rode that for a little bit, but that was still, I still was having some pain in my neck and back, and then I ended up switching to a 50mm riser, and I'll show a picture of it after. That gave me that little extra rise, just kind of get you sitting back a little bit higher up, and definitely a lot more comfortable for riding, a little more distance. I'm looking forward to riding even further distances with that. I'll show you some of the things I added on to that FX Sport to make life even a little bit easier, because when you got this kind of neck injury this high up, you really lose a lot of your range of motion. So obviously, turning to look behind you and see cars coming, it's extremely difficult. I need all the help I can get, so I've added on some things, and I'll share those with you now. Okay, folks, so anyway, here's the Trek FX Sport. It kind of almost looks like the Domane in the frame and everything. It's kind of sits about the same. So here's the straight bars that I've added on. I added on these Spank Spike Vibrocore shock absorbing bars, which are awesome, and that gave me that extra rise I was talking about. I got 50mm height here, so it kind of really helps you sit up higher. I've got the quad lock system up here, which is great. I think it's excellent, stable. And this bike's really it's almost like riding a hardtail mountain bike. So I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, you're gonna feel like you're kind of on a hardtail mountain bike anyway. So it's pretty sweet. I added on these Hafny Mirror on the left side, just because here in the US, obviously the cars are coming up on your left, so that mirror helps. And it's got the it's basically automotive grade glass, shatterproof glass and stuff like that. So pretty good sized mirror, lets you see pretty good behind you. I've added on this Garmin Varia bike radar. I mean, this thing is excellent. It's not only a flashing light on it, you can set different settings on it, but it also has a phone app. It gives you visibility of the cars coming up behind you. It's a graphic rendition of the cars. Kind of tells you when they're approaching, and if they're coming in fast, they'll say car coming quick. Between that mirror and the radar, those things really are game changers for people that can't turn their neck. I added on the Nightrider, this the 650 Lumina 650. Great bike light, must have, so people can see you. Those are the things I've added on to the bike, and I really enjoy it. At first I was really kind of in a panic that I won't be able to ride again. So it made me kind of a little bit sad about that. But then once I realized, hey, you know what? You can make do. It's just not going to be quite the same. So after having that injury, it's a bummer, but you just have to adapt. The alternative is you sit around and do nothing and just wait out your days, or you get back at it. I say you get back at it. You got all eternity to rest. Obviously, make sure you're cleared with your doctor. If that's the kind of thing you used to enjoy before, well, I'm just here to tell you that, even with a C1 through C3 fusion, you can still get back out. If you have some tips and tricks that help you and you're in a similar situation, please comment in the comment section below. When I was out there trying to figure out what I was going to do, I watched all those videos, and they were excellent, and that helped me. So I'm sure you can help other people too. Stay safe, people. Stay healthy. Let's get back at it.